What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Kaiba. This is the third time I'm actually doing this video. Hopefully it works perfectly this time. But I know I just uploaded that news video. But I want to come and do this other video. This is a reaction video to Dragon's Dogma 2 Trickster Vocation gameplay that IGN just dropped, like, I want to say like 2 hours ago or whatever. I haven't seen it. Well, I have seen it. But I want to react to it again. Maybe I'll see some stuff that I didn't see the first time that I watched it. But without further ado, let's get into it. Hopefully it works this time. Perfect. Perfect. Cool. This game is going to be so
Dogma
dope,
2
bro.
offers a wide variety of playstyles
Can't wait.
depending on what vocation you select. Most of these are the kinds of archetypes that you'd expect: melee sword fighter, speedy dagger wielding thief, ranged archer, and slinging mage. And some are hybrid vocations like Mystic Spearhand and Magic Archer that combine elements of one vocation with another for a completely new style of play. But what of the Trickster Vocation? It was revealed as part of the Dragon's Dogma 2 showcase back in November, but little has been shown of this unique class beyond that quick 45-second look and a short description.
So it says here, a vocation exclusive to the Arisen. The Trickster can conjure illusions through the smoke created by its unique weapon, the Censer. Tricksters can use illusions to deceive enemies into fighting against their own. They also have the ability to temporarily increase the power of pawns beyond their limits. This is how you know it's live, because I can't read.
But anyways, the Dogma 2 website. Fortunately, as part of our visit to Capcom, we got to sit down and play with the Trickster for about an hour. And I can confidently say that this is a style of gameplay unlike anything I've ever seen in an open-world action game.
I wonder why his pawn's name is Ninja. When I first watched it, I thought the ninja was able to use.
To start, the Trickster is essentially a pacifist.
Bow and arrow, but
their chosen weapon, a ceremonial censer,
ninja,
does little to no damage when it's swung at an enemy. Instead, the purpose of attacking is to build up aggro and pull an enemy's attention towards you.
Yeah, so the class isn't a DPS class. You also have a special
ability called Suffocating Shroud that sends out your smoke in a wide area and draws a large amount of enemy attention towards you. So, the question is, why would you want to get a whole group of enemies swarming on you if you can't actually damage them? See, that's where the word Trickster comes into play. By using the Trickster's unique skill, Effigial Incense, you create a simulacrum, or a clone, for simplicity's sake, that enemies will perceive as the real you. This clone has its own health bar and will disappear if it's killed,
this game is gonna be
but
amazing,
you can also teleport the clone to you while it's still alive with the press of a button.
Probably my game of the year. I don't know what else comes out this year, but
enemies to wherever you want,
I got this
as long as you keep their aggro and keep your clone alive. So, you can maneuver a foe to get an environmental advantage, which is super important because the Trickster shines the brightest when there are cliffs, uneven surfaces, or other elements of the environment that can be used to your advantage. The Trickster has two abilities designed around creating surfaces that aren't really there, but appear real to enemies.
You said Archer's kind of the same, they just stay in the back of
that can be placed off a ledge that the enemy will perceive as real solid ground. And the second, Elusive Divider, will create a wall of smoke that you can see through, but the enemy cannot. The final piece of this puzzle is the Visitant Aura, a technique that essentially allows you to make an astral projection that you can freely move around to scout the landscape for as long as your stamina will allow.
Create an out-of-body experience to like scope the area, so you can
using Elusive Divider to give yourself some cover while using it in the heat of battle is a good idea. Crucially, you can float off ledges, ascend or descend at will, and even call your clone to wherever your projection currently is. I'm sure you can probably see why that might be useful. When you combine all of these tricks together, the real value of the Trickster comes into view. Before getting into a combat encounter, you can create a clone with Effigial Incense, use Visitant Aura to scout out an area for enemies and look for any sort of environmental hazards, like a cliff for instance, recall your clone so that it hovers over said environmental hazard, place a false floor underneath it with Tricky Terrace, then lure enemies close to the clone and use Suffocating Shroud to send all their aggro towards the clone, and then watch with glee as enemies throw themselves off the ledge in effort to get at you.
Watch this. Yeet. I don't know why this is so funny. I might have to play this class for like a good 3 hours and then switch back to
this is a lot of prep to go through, and it isn't going to be practical in every single situation, which is why the Trickster is also equipped
with what I like about this game is because you can switch between any class you want to at any time.
Class, relying on and substantially buffing the strength of your pawn party so that they can do most of the heavy lifting.
Kind of like Final Fantasy XIV.
Is Aromatic Resurgence. which supercharges your party, making them hit a lot harder. While I was playing for gameplay capture reasons, I had to make a mental note not to use this buff because my pawns would kill all of my foes before I got a chance to show off any of the more technical tricks of the Vocation. The most powerful spell I saw of the Tricksters was Dragon's Illusion, which takes some time to cast, but brings forth an illusion of a dragon that terrifies any enemy that sees it, even large ogres, bringing them down to their knees, giving your pawns ample opportunity to do big damage. Since most of the Trickster's other skills seemed well suited for dealing with small to mid-sized enemies, this was a really nice addition to see as something that could also let them deal with the bigger and badder enemies. The Trickster was not an easy vocation to figure out in just an hour.
So there's a learning curve to it.
It took me a little while to fully grasp the aggro system, avoiding pulling too much aggro and not having a way to get away from the enemies I just attracted. Once it clicked, I found it to be a uniquely satisfying vocation that brought to mind one of the core tenets of Devil May Cry's combat. It's not just about killing every enemy in the room, but how you kill every enemy in the room. It's an intentionally underpowered vocation that's designed to encourage creative thinking to solve difficult combat problems in ways beyond just swinging a weapon or hurling a tornado at it. And it's one that I'm very excited to experiment more with once I've got my hands on the full game. Thanks for watching, and this is just the beginning of our IGN first coverage of Dragon's Dogma 2. In case you missed it, make sure to check out our 18 minutes of gameplay covering 4 of the vocations, and for everything else, give it a ear on IGN.
Archer next. So, Capcom, Archer next, please. No, but this gameplay was actually pretty dope. The first time I actually recorded this video, my reaction was a lot better than what it is now because I've already seen it. But it's just so cool how you can create illusions and have the enemies fight the illusion while your pawns come in and just fight them from the rear or whatever and everything. It's so cool. It's so cool. I might try this one out, like I said, in the beginning of the game to see how it is and how it plays or whatever. And then I might switch to my main class, which is going to be the Archer class. I don't know why I love Archer so much. I just pick an Archer in every game that I play. Probably because I can DPS without being actually in the fight most times. But I'm playing Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, the first Dragon Dogma. And my class is actually Magic Archer. So I think I'm going to do Archer first in this one when it comes out. And then switch to Magic Archer and see how that works out for me and everything. Kind of mad at how they split Magic Archer and the Strider up. So now you can't use melee when you fight in this one. In your Archer class, as you could in Dark Arisen. But I'll make it work. I'm pretty sure I'll make it work. Let me know if you guys are excited about Dragon's Dogma 2 coming out March 22nd, if you're going to be picking it up. And if you are going to be playing the Trickster or any of the other classes. Also, I watched that 18 minutes of gameplay 4 times yesterday because I'm so hyped for this game. This is my most anticipated game to come out in 2024. Like I said, probably my game of the year if Hollow Knight doesn't come out. But we can't be too sure because it's only January now. And this game only comes out in March. And we still got, 7 more months after that to go. But like I said, I'm your boy Kaiba. I wish the first video would have worked because I was a lot more enthusiastic about what I was seeing. But I still wanted to do the video regardless. I'm still hype about the game. Still hype about the vocation that we saw. I'm rambling now, but let me know what you guys think. And I will see you guys in the next gaming news video. Peace.